All right, people, we're gonna work on throw breaks, but we're gonna do it differently. Okay, you're not just gonna sit there and watch me do it. We're gonna learn together. Okay, so they introduced a throw break setting feature in practice now, so we don't have to record it because before we used to go here, and then we used to have to record the opponent doing different throws, but now we don't have to do that. There's a throw escape training right here. Um, we'll try these out later, but I just want to kind of show you. I think easy shows you the input ahead of time. I don't know if medium just shortens the frame window you can break. Not sure. Hard difficulty seems like the way to do it. I would just turn off the attack warning. Ultra hard, maybe that seems like it shortens the frame window. I kind of want to just play the way the game normally is. So I think that's hard mode. I'm not sure. If you guys know, please correct me in the comments. But here's what we're gonna do it, right? We're gonna learn together. So I want you to grab, depending on how you play, your controller right now as you watch, or your stick, or you can just do, especially if you play on stick, just place your hand on top of your desk, right? Because you're gonna use your index finger for left punch, and you're gonna use your middle finger for right punch, and then of course both for both, right? So first, let's see. So you gotta do it with me, and the way we're gonna do it, I'm gonna duck right here. First, we're gonna recognize the animation, right? We'll just call it out. That's a both. Two, both. One, both. So we're just gonna kind of get to know the animation and call it out as you see it. If you notice, so when it's one, it almost seems like, because the character stands in a like a standard fighting stance, not southpaw, which means their left foot is forward. That's their leading foot. So that means their left shoulder is in front of them, right? So the left one throw is kind of like a jab. You see how the right hand in the back there, it's kind of towards this belly, right? As you play, your eye kind of recognizes that. But right now, it's too many details, but just pretend you kind of see them throw a jab for the one, right? See, it's more like a jab because their left hand kind of almost stays in place, right? It's like a jab. The two throw with their right hand, their whole body kind of twists. It's almost like they're throwing a cross right punch, right? Because during the stance, their right hand is right in front of their face, but when they throw, it's kind of twists across the body. All right. For both, it's almost like they changed their whole stance. It's like they're overreaching. Their neck and head kind of goes up more, kind of goes higher, and their body almost kind of straightens out. He hasn't done a 1+2 yet. Well, when you see it, okay, he doesn't want to do it. When you see it, it's almost like he's grabbing your shirt. You know when you grab someone's shirt, like in the movies, you're like, "Hey, wise guy," like that. He's like overreaching with both arms. And again, I think you kind of see their chin go up too. Notice you don't see their chin here. They keep it tucked. But I think when it's both punches, okay, I don't know why he's not doing it. All right, so let's continue. We're gonna call it out. 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. Okay, whatever. So, you know what? Maybe he hasn't done it because he hasn't grabbed me. So let me reset. So remember, I told you to kind of lay your hand down on the desk. So now instead of just calling it out, call it out with your hand, right? Index finger for 1. Just tap the desk like there's arcade buttons there. 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. So this is what we're gonna do first, just to recognize the animation. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Both. 2, 2. We're gonna do this a few more times and we'll go into it. 2, 1, 2, 1. Both. Okay. I don't remember if okay, I got the command input. Just to make sure that the reason I have command input on is there's a really small time frame for pressing both punches. So, for example, if you don't press them exactly at the same time, it will register the very first button you press, right? In previous Tekkens, the window was a lot more forgiving, to where if you didn't press them right at the same time, the game still gives you, oh, he was trying to press both buttons, and actually gives you that input. But Tekken 8's a little smaller. So the other thing I want to mention, you know, call it out as I'm yapping, it's better to press the right button, and this is just my theory, right? When it comes to muscle memory, it's better to press the correct button, even if you're late. That's better than pressing the wrong button on time. The way muscle memory works when it comes to anything else is, as you develop the muscle memory for whatever it is, timing just improves over time. So you will speed it up, right? So I wouldn't worry too much about, oh, I was too late. But as long as you press the right button, your brain saw the animation and it activated the correct finger. All right, so let's do it. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Both. 2, 2. All right. I press 1. 1, 2, 1. The both is tricky because he doesn't do it too often. It's like my brain is already anticipating it, even though. Is he listening to me? No, he's trolling. 2, 1, 1. Oh shit, he did it again. So it's better to not worry about, oh shit, I'm gonna be too late. Just focus on pressing the right buttons. As you go, as he's slamming you all over the place, as you kind of pick up the pace, you'll notice that the window is pretty big. It depends on the character. Like Victor has a small window before you can break his throw. They actually nerfed it recently because it was too short. But yeah, just focus on pressing the right buttons, even if you're like 2 seconds late. You'll speed up as long as you're recognizing the animation. There's something else I was gonna say, but we'll see. We'll see if I remember. Oh, okay. Here's what I was gonna say. If you notice, you see how right there, throw escape 1 or 2. There's some characters that you have to be pretty strict. Like right now, we're focusing on the animation. But there are also characters who don't have a perfect throw game, which is, let's say, Reina, for example. Even if it's a 1 throw or 2 throw, you can break with either. The only thing you gotta figure out is if it's a 1 punch break or a both, because she has this throw. Shit. Hold on. I want this guy to duck. So, how do I do that? This one. Okay. So you see, this is a left throw, right? But Jin can break this, or anybody can break this with a 1 or a 2. There's a 2 throw. You can break this with either or. You also have her command throw. Oops, I like to do it this way. That's command throw. Can be. I believe you could break that with either or. And then you have the bow. This one you have to break the bow. If you anticipate her doing this, like if you just guessed, you won't be able to break this. You have to know specifically that it's going to be a 1+2. But the reason we practice with these, with being specific, is there are characters that have perfect throw game, right? So, I mean, you can practice trying to just differentiate this with either these two, but you might as well, because you're not always going to go up against Reina. You're not always going to go up against whoever. Like Jin, his generic throws, right? But he also has some throws that are specific to which hand extends, right? So you might as well practice it. I mean, it's up to you. I'm not going to force you. Yeah, all right. So let's continue. I mean, I think going easy, medium, hard, ultra hard, I think those are just, I almost look at that like a game mode. I guess start with easy. I don't think this teaches you anything. Oh, you know what this teaches you? Just the timing of when you can break it. Because it tells you, okay, it's going to be both. So that's going to teach you the timing of it. You don't have to mash, you just press it one time. But the problem with that is it registers the first button you press. So if you can't guess, if you guess the wrong button, then you've already kind of locked that choice in. Let's see, what is medium then? What is medium? Is it a smaller time frame? I don't know. I turned off the attack warnings. Hold on, let's see what that's like. Oh, so okay. I mean, that's like useless though, no? When it comes to throws. Is it just a smaller time frame? Oh, I don't really get it. But let's see ultra hard. What's the... My theory of ultra hard is, again, it's a smaller time frame. I thought I pressed it, but it looks like I plinked it. I went 1, then 1+2. So, okay, the time is smaller. You can see I pressed 1. I pressed the correct break. And wait, what's going on? I pressed it pretty fast. Hold up. 2. Damn, you really gotta be fast. I pressed the wrong one on that one. Press the correct one. So I think that's just the Sweat Lord mode. I mean, yeah, over time, it should, if you're good at that, then damn, you're going to be good at throw breaks. But I think this is enough. This is how the actual game plays. I think hard. Unless someone corrects me, I don't know if they give you a bigger time frame. I don't think so. It feels correct, because when I get the... Damn. I would say ultra hard would come in handy when once you kind of master this part, the normal way. And then since I mentioned earlier there are characters that have smaller time frame to break their throws, it would come in handy for those. But in my opinion, I say hard mode is the way to go. You know, I see a lot of people, they say King is the best practice dummy. I don't think he is, because the problem is, maybe later on, but when you're starting out, I mashed it. When you're starting out, remember, call this shit out when you're watching it. Both. 1. When you're first starting out, King is kind of deceptive. No matter what the animation is, he has certain throws that, even though it looks like a 2 break, it's a 1 break. Or a 1+2 break. So I feel like it's not helpful to learn it. Not yet, not in the beginning. Because right now what we're working on is what our eyes are seeing and our brain telling us which finger to activate. Right. 1. 2. I actually like using Dragunov, for example, because when he grabs you, if I fail a throw, he switches sides, so I get to practice both. And he also has some other throws like tackles. Ooh.
Get ready for the next battle.
Okay, well, I hope I'm able to help with your training, throw escape training. Let me know if that helped. Let me know if it didn't. But yeah, I mean, I know it sounds absurd at first that like, oh my God, you're telling me that I gotta learn to recognize these animations. That shit sounds crazy, but as long as you're playing and you're aware of that now, your brain will start to see that, especially if you train your muscle memory once in a while. You don't have to train all the time, but just do it once in a while. Do it often, but you know, but don't focus too much on it. Yeah, eventually your brain will make the correct finger react, because there's also an awkward moment in a fight when you're fighting, you're trading defense and offense. All of a sudden, when you're in throw range, something weird happens when the opponent moves and you're not able to move. It feels awkward too. You kind of feel like, oh, I might be getting thrown, and your finger kind of reacts to what it just saw, right? But again, focus on pressing the correct button instead of pressing it on time during the training session. But that comes into play. You'll start recognizing. You'll be like, oh, I see it now. Even though I'm not reacting to it on time, I'm able to see it. Your opponent also tells you how to use their throws, right? Some people don't throw at all. Some people throw all the time. Some people will run up to you and throw. Some people will telegraph it. I like to telegraph it just so I train you to know the throw's coming, and then I mix it up with a mid. Most of the time, the only time I throw against the wall, you know, I'm poking, pressure. I'm really trying to do her 1+2 grab. This one, oops, this one, because of wall splats. So, the only other time I throw, of course, I use the other throws to kind of mental stack. If I see that you're aware that it's a 1+2 break, I'll throw this in once in a while. The only other time, so okay, 1+2 break against the wall. The only other time I really throw it right now is so I like to roll, right? High tense situations, once in a while I'll do the full animation for the guard break. But you can cancel that into her command throw. So it's just part of the mix-up. Yeah, so I'm talking about that. So I'm just giving you examples of how you can tell how your opponent likes to throw. So it could give you warnings of when they will throw. Yeah. A lot of Brian players likes the Chain of Misery 1+2 break. Actually, I don't know if that's what it's called. That might be because you just 1+2 throw. But anyway, there's certain strings they like to do before the throw. So you just try to recognize the string and then be aware that, oh, I think the throw's coming. And once you get to know the 1+2 break, just know that once they know you know how to break it, they'll mix in the 1 and 2 breaks. But anyway, that's a throw game. Jump in the comments, discuss your throw escape training. Let me know how this helped. Let me know how this didn't help. And that's it for today. Go ahead, get some lunch. Send some snacks. That's all I got for you. What do YouTubers say? Hit the bell icon.